Hi, beautiful Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. So, this is a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Or if you have a Virgo in your life that you're interested in maybe finding out more, I'm so glad that you're here. I really want you to see these readings as a bridge to your own intuition. So, I really want to help you develop that inner voice. I feel like that is more important than anything. So, see the tarot as like a really good friend that maybe has some energetic advice, but like you are in charge of your destiny. So it's just like a beautiful tool to help you. And it's collective. So not every energy will match every person. Really use your intuition about what messages are particularly for you. And I really want to wish you guys a happy birthday season, August 23rd through September 22nd. It's really exciting. And yeah, just know that I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate the positive energy you send my way. I feel so blessed to be able to share this space with you. I'm really excited to do this reading. I have Virgo in my chart as a rising sign. I can really feel it coming through often, so I feel very connected to this sign. I pre-shuffled the cards, but let's just shuffle them 2 more times here. I just want to show you the cover of this deck because I just love all the light and magic coming from these hands. It's just so beautiful. Okay, Virgo, let's see what wants to come through. Okay, if you get nervous, focus on service is the card. I feel like this is really great advice for all of us. And this actually came up for another sign too as well. And so when I see it come up for multiple signs, I start to feel like this is a collective energy for all of us, especially all of us here in this community. So the card says, put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. I think this is such a beautiful way to look at things because we all get really nervous. I know that, like, for me in particular, I love to have things in order. Sometimes I love to plan. I like spontaneous too, but there can be times where I feel nervous about things and I find myself worrying. And they say that worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair where you're constantly rocking but getting nowhere, right? It's not helpful. So the best way, I feel like, the message is to funnel that energy is to put it into something of service, something that lights you up. And sometimes my favorite way to do that is to do something that nobody would even know it's you, right? It's just inside, you know that you're putting whatever this energy is, you're deciding to put it to good use because it is all just energy. This nervousness is an energy, or this worry. So, you can really channel that energy as a motivation to do something really positive of service in some way. And it can be really small because I find that if I wake up in the day and I say, please show me the way, please guide me, how can I be of service today? There's little things, there's little opportunities that happen, and all those little tiny things add up over time to so much beautiful energy. So I don't feel like it's always about doing these huge grand acts. It can be like these little small ways that really add up energetically over time. You have the Heal Away Addictions card here. So this is about letting go of any behavior of any kind that's blocking you from your heart's desires. So this would be another area where I would, if it's something that, say it's a behavior, or even if it's an actual addiction of some kind, which is so easy, we're just surrounded in things that can become addictive. I always like to pray and ask for help. Basically, whatever it is I'm feeling, whatever the situation is for some of you, like it almost has this feeling of this behavior or addiction or whatever it is, it almost like closes your heart. Whereas like your heart really wants to be super open, right? And the more open it is, yes, we're more vulnerable, but it also allows all the blessings to come in. So sometimes too, we might not even know what it is. So you could always like really get quiet and or meditate and really try and see like what things are blocking me, and just see what comes up. I don't think that anything blocking you is something that you should be worrying on or focusing like there's all this negativity or something. When we take it there, like I don't think you should be fearful of being blocked or anything like that. I think you should just even just picturing your heart surrounded in light and saying, please protect me and please guide me. I feel like that's such a beautiful thing. If there's anything that you need to be led away from, I feel like your intuition will tell you. You have the crystals card here, and for me, the crystals card comes up. Yes, you may love crystals. I don't feel like any particular tool is necessary. You don't have to have crystals or cards or anything to really connect with your intuition. But when I see the crystals cards, I really feel earth energy, and that is you. You're a beautiful earth sign. I've got a lot of earth in my chart too. So for us earth signs, I feel like it's really important to ground ourselves and be around that energy. So whether it's getting out in nature or it's, say you have crystals in your home and they're beautiful and they're uplifting to you, or you make your home beautiful in some way where you step into your space and it uplifts you because there's that beauty. Like when I feel crystals, I feel earth and I feel beauty. So really making your space beautiful, or spending time with or surrounding your space with some natural objects, it could even be plants too, right, is going to help uplift you. And I also feel like it helps clear your energy when you're in a space that's beautiful and feels really good. It definitely uplifts you. It brings your spirits up, and it supports you with whatever situation you're in. You have the card of release. So I'm really getting this feeling overall with this reading for you today, Virgo. It's all about releasing anything that's weighing you down, nervousness, worry, any kind of addiction or behavior that's not helpful. And the release card is just letting go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Letting go is such a beautiful thing to do, because it can't even be that, for example, if there's something you need to forgive, it's not saying that necessarily that it was okay. Even if it's yourself you're forgiving, it's saying that I'm not going to carry this into my future and let it drag me down. I'm not going to be burdened by this anymore. I'm going to lift my spirits here, because you are meant to have a joyful life, right? So allow yourself to release things, and whatever helps you to do that, I would encourage you to, any practices that really help you to release, go ahead and do that. I just feel this sense of you walking through earth in a much lighter, uplifted state here. And that's really what's wanting to happen for you. And so all these cards are coming out, encouraging that. You have singing and dancing. This has also come up multiple times. This is about music being healing for some of you, and movement being healing. But we're talking singing and dancing, we're talking about fun movement, not hard, stressful. We're talking about moving because it's fun, or dancing because it's fun, or listening to music, or singing really loudly. And opening up your throat chakra and expressing yourself. All of these things too really awaken your own psychic senses, or your intuition, however you want to look at it, or hearing your higher self. So there's this magical power of music and movement that is coming through here. Books has come up in almost every single reading. It is crazy how many things I feel are coming up that are a collective message. It doesn't surprise me here though, because I feel like those of us that are drawn to this space, we have this similarity in that way, but books can be meaning several different things for you guys. So it could be that some of you have a life purpose that involves writing or editing or being creative in some way, but it can also mean, oops, I'm sorry, I just bumped the table and set the camera really shaking. It could also mean that like reading a spiritual book or an uplifting book, even one page in the morning when you wake up, will really help set the tone and the energy for the day. It will help inspire you. So for some of you, I've really been getting this message over and over. Find something like that that you feel drawn to. Some of the greatest teachers, I consider teachers through their books. Like Caroline Myss, for me, is one that her work really uplifts and inspires me often, and there's been many. So for some of you, it's a message of maybe picking up a spiritually based book, and don't put a lot of pressure on yourself like you have to read the whole thing like really fast or anything. Just a page, one page in the morning or one page before you go to bed, just to put yourself. I feel like these spiritually based books that are really, they almost have like this beautiful energy to them themselves, and it kind of absorbs. Okay, so, and then like I said, for some of you, it is that part of what your soul wants to express in this lifetime could be writing or reading or editing in some kind of a way. Okay, so we have 2 more cards for you from this deck, Indigo. So this could be you or someone close to you that you're inquiring about, but it basically means that indigo means highly sensitive to energies. And indigos are natural born leaders. So it may be that you're leading by example, which I feel is the most powerful way to lead. It's so much more powerful than telling anybody what to do. It's by living it yourself and being that example, and then other people start to notice because they feel that light and that presence with you, and they wonder like, oh, how are they this person's really shining in some way, and they start to catch on to what you're doing and how you're living. And lastly, you have ear chakra. So this is another card about how music can be healing. The ear chakra, though, when it says ear chakras, I really think of, the ears are kind of between the throat chakra and your third eye chakra. So I feel like you're going to be getting messages through maybe hearing. So if there's particular words that stand out to you in music that you're listening to, pay attention. I feel like you're getting divine messages that way. Or if you watch a video and there's particular things that are really catching your attention, I feel like you're getting divine messages that way. You will be hearing. For some of you, I feel like it's clairaudience. You're going to be hearing things that are part of your higher self or your intuition or God or however you want to look at it speaking to you. So it might come up in music, it might come up in something somebody says or a video or something like that. So pay attention to all those external sources. And I would also be very conscious of what it is you do listen to. Does it make you feel uplifted, or does it bring you down and cause you worry or nervousness? So pay attention to how you feel when you're around certain people, when they're speaking, or when you're watching or listening to something. How is it making you feel? And really fill your life with things that are actually making you feel really good and uplifting you and uplifting your soul here. Okay, let's pull out the tarot deck just to see if we can get a few more messages for you today, Virgo. I'm just going to shuffle it a couple more times. Thank you again for all the support, for all the likes, the sharing, the subscribing. We really appreciate you guys. And if you want to be sure to know when the next video comes out, click the bell and you'll be notified of it. Okay, so you have the Six of Pentacles. This is victory in some kind of way that has to do with stability or money. I know, especially like us earth signs, we really like to feel safe in that area because Pentacles are earth energy. So it's this positive message of stability in some kind of way. And for some of you, it could be that money gets even better, or it could be like your home situation gets even better, where you're feeling really stable. You have the Two of Pentacles. And when this card comes up, like, I don't always just read traditional meetings. Sometimes I listen to my intuition, but this came up in another reading as well. And I'm noticing it's like the same person looking in two different directions. So I feel like you might be indecisive about something. There's something that you're like, which way do I go, right? But you have the Eight of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Pentacles for me is about learning something new sometimes. So even with the books card, like the spiritually based books, it may be that you're becoming more self-taught in that area. It could be another area completely that you're really passionate about. I feel as though you're going to start diving deeper into learning something that you're passionate about, or you might be going back to school or going to school, or for some of you, I feel like you're teaching yourself something here, whether that's even using the tarot yourself. You're learning something here, but this is a very positive thing for you. This is part of creating the stability for you within yourself here. And the Four of Pentacles is also about releasing. So this is another card, again, the message. There's a very big message of releasing for you here, because the Four of Pentacles could be sometimes seen as holding too tight to something. So it could be holding too tight to a way of thinking. It could be holding on to something from the past. That, one of the quotes that I really love is about basically how gracefully you let go of what's not meant for you. The universe wants to bring in blessings and miracles to you. So there is this important part of that where you release what is not right for you. You release any burdens. You release holding on to the past, because what lies ahead is so much more beautiful for you. Okay, let's see. What other messages are for Virgo? The Hanged Man. Yeah, that I was feeling that with the indecisiveness energy. Okay, so I'm getting more than one message. For some of you, it's about seeing something in a different way, from a different perspective, and that's why the Hanged Man's here. It's as if like you're starting to see something from a different perspective. If it has to do with the past, it may be that you're really understanding why certain things happened the way they did, because they lead to blessings, or they lead to inner strength that then helps you on your path. And it could be that some of you are just feeling a little bit like things aren't moving, and maybe you want them to be moving, and you feel like you're waiting on something or hung up on something. Let's see what else wants to come up. Okay, so to clarify the Hanged Man, you have the Wheel and the Ace of Swords. So the message here is you're going to have this brand new beginning, or this clarity. Swords are about the mind, and Ace of Swords is a very beautiful card in that, like, you're going to be receiving a new beginning, your mind is going to be really like cleared of any heaviness, and you will receive clarity, because the wheel is turning here. For me, the wheel is major arcana. When I see major arcana, I feel like universe energy stepping in. It's that energy of we're co-creating, both us and the universe. And when I feel the wheel, I feel like the universe is turning things in your favor for good fortune, bringing in something good. It's going to move things. So don't worry if you feel hung up or waiting or stuck in any kind of way or indecisive, because you're going to have this clarity. The universe is stepping in here and bringing in good fortune for you. So the message earlier in the reading today was focus on service when you get nervous. So if you're feeling that way, when you're feeling that way, do something that will lift you up, that will make you feel good. That's an act of service in some way. It can be really small, like I said, because the overall energy here is you're having this brand new beginning coming in, this clarity coming in, this good fortune. The universe is behind it. So there is no need to worry at all. Okay, Virgo, I hope you got some messages that were helpful for you. Thank you for joining me. I am really excited to see you again soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.